Okay, welcome everybody to Wall Street Reporters Investors Discovery Day live stream, May 25th. We have with us Nass Valley NSVGF over the counter. Michael Semler is back. And again, anybody that's new, we this is the show where we bring you those stocks which have that 10x to 100x upside potential. So these are companies which have three things in common. One, they're going after multi-billion-dollar market opportunities. They're at a key inflection point right now, right at the threshold of explosive growth, as either they're starting to commercialize, new revenue streams are coming in, and also there are multiple catalysts in place which could trigger that massive increase in stock price. And of course, our system so far has been very successful. The last 18 months, we've had already 7 stocks that are up between 10x and 50x, and a whole bunch of others that are doubles, triples, whatever, 5x, whatever. So, Michael, welcome back.
Thanks, Jack. It's good to be here again.
Absolutely, and I think so. Today we're going to actually talk about. I think we're gonna sort of show some of the products, which is the Nass Valley Direct, which is going to be like, I think, I think that's going to be one of the big catalysts for driving revenues. I think you mentioned that could account for 20 million plus in revenues. That division, the direct division.
Correct.
But overall, can you kind of just give us a snapshot of what does Nass Valley do, and then what is that path to getting to that 50, 100 million revenues? How long that would take to get there?
Okay, well, we are a CBD distributor. We're a publicly traded company. As you can see, our ticker's down below on the screen. Primary listing in Canada on the CSE. We're a couple years old. We, like many companies, have been waiting through the pandemic, and we're really, really excited about what June is bringing us, because we see, as you said, Jack, this is sort of an inflection point for us. We're bringing product to market finally, and not just a few products. We're going to bring 60 plus products to market, which is hugely exciting for us and hopefully for the marketplace. And primarily leads into the model that we've adopted as a point of difference to go into market, which is something we call Nass Valley Direct, and hopefully that will become a household name shortly. And it's a model where we're going to have associates out on the street selling our Nass Valley products, Nass Valley Garden branded products, B2B and B2C as well. So we're putting people into business on the street with 60 plus SKUs to go out and talk to businesses, and not just one or two categories of businesses, but almost unlimited applications. And we, in a little bit, we'll be showing some of those products, but we're in the pet category, we're in the beauty category, anti-aging, general wellness, sleep, pain, and immunity. So there's a number of opportunities for our associates to go out and knock on the doors of businesses, and also within their personal networks as well.
Okay, so we're gonna actually show some. We're gonna kind of do a little product demo, and behind you, of course, actually, and you had it the last few times you were on it. You have the actual products. That's the actual packaging.
Yeah, we have products. We have smokables back there. We've got the immune product I see, and we have the general wellness product as well.
Okay, and actually, okay, so by the way, we do have a comment from one of our members of our audience. He's in Canada. I know so far the shipping to Canada has not, it hasn't quite kicked in yet.
Yeah, we have a couple weeks to go on that, but hopefully in the early summer we'll be shipping to Canada. Currently, we are not shipping to Canada.
Okay, so this is we're getting some bugs out of the system right now. It's in the U.S.
Right.
Canada's coming up. Okay,
for right now. Takes a different licensing to get into Canada, and that's a bit of a process.
Okay, but Mike, I think behind you, on the shelf behind you, you have actually the packs of the smokables, right? Behind on the top shelf.
Yeah, correct.
Can you show that? Can you bring that down and actually show it?
Sure.
So that we have Joseph. Joseph, he's going to see what he's actually going to be getting. Although I think you have a new packaging design, but
yeah. Okay. So Joseph, here are the menthol cigarettes, and these are with the click filter. And we are the only hemp cigarette with the click filter, it's a flavor pack. Basically, you press the filter where you can see the icon. If I move it that way, you can see it right here. And the menthol flavor is released, and you get menthol flavor with every puff. So
wait, you can switch. Wait, you can switch between flavors?
Well, you can buy, as you can see above me, there's also a cherry pack right there.
Okay.
And we have regular and menthol. So we have 3 different smokable flavors.
Okay, but I think you mentioned something that there's a way where you can switch between different flavors, or no? Am I thinking of something?
No. It's only one. It's only one flavor.
One flavor at a time. Okay.
Correct. Well, you can smoke it as a menthol cigarette if you click the flavor pack, or you can smoke it as a regular hemp cigarette without clicking it. So,
okay. Can you open up the box and show us the actual cigarettes?
Sure.
Because we have so we'll give Joseph Ferraro a preview of what he's going to be getting. So I understand. So it's going to be coming early. So basically, it's going to be a few weeks delayed.
Yeah.
A few more weeks ago. So Joseph, stand by.
We're here on show and tell.
Okay.
Here are the cigarettes, the natural cigarettes themselves.
I actually tried. I actually tried one. I had the other Michael. Gave me a box, and it was actually pretty good. I had like a very I don't know how to explain it. I don't smoke cigars. I've smoked cigars, but it had like a grassy. I guess you're smoking hemp. You're smoking
hemp. You're smoking
hemp. Yeah.
So
I don't inhale, but I did inhale. And I did feel like unless it's like I did feel kind of like mellow out.
There's a lot of natural CBD in it. Okay, organic hemp obviously carries CBD, which is the mainstay of our product line, and you are going to feel your body's going to react to that in a favorable way. It's not THC, so you're not smoking marijuana. You're not getting high. But it gives you a very pleasurable feeling. And it's not nicotine. There's no tar in it. It's all organic, and it's pleasurable.
Yeah. No, I gotta get a box for you because I'll give a live demo on the thing.
Great idea.
No, it was legitimately. I smoked I think I smoked a couple of these one maybe in about 15-minute period. I may have smoked 2, and I definitely felt like it's something kicks in.
Most people feel a calming sensation.
And it's a nice smell. It's a grassy smell, not like marijuana, but like sort of natural.
Natural, exactly. It's of the earth, if you will.
Okay. Before we get into the presentation, here's a question which I have had. I don't know, which Dino has asked. Where did this name come from? Nass Valley. What does it mean?
Well, Nass Valley is actually a place. It's an area up in British Columbia. It's incredibly bucolic, natural. It has waterfalls. It has mountains. It has a beautiful river flowing through it. And we're a Canadian company. We're domiciled in British Columbia, and it sort of lent a lot to the story of Nass Valley Gateway. Why not attach a natural product to a natural place, and adds to the narrative of coming from nature, and that's what really all of our products do.
Okay, so Nass Valley is actually in BC.
British Columbia, yes.
Okay, how far is that from Vancouver? It's Nass Valley.
A couple hours outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're in the U.S. though.
I'm in the U.S. I'm very much in the U.S. I'm down in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Okay. So, all right, fantastic. So let's get into the show and tell part. We're going to be showing some of the. We're going to be going through. We're going to focus right now. You're going to be sharing the Nass Valley Direct. This is the direct business, which really is kind of that's going to be one of the catalysts for driving the revenues. And we had 2 of your guys who are leading the direct marketing effort.
Right.
Jeff was great. We have a track record
amazing track record in successfully launching these direct sale platforms on a national scale, which is exactly what we're going to do with Nass Valley Gardens products.
No, okay. So let me just pop this up here. Okay, Michael, I'll disappear from the screen. And
This is just a page. This is sort of the cover page, just showing the variety of our products, from massage oils to freeze rub to the essential oils. And we're really excited because, normally you have a company will have a dozen or so products, and we have 60 plus SKUs that I said earlier will really lend an enormous amount of opportunity for our Nass Valley Direct associates. And we have, we're showing some of the beauty and anti-aging products here. And one of the most important things about our products, they aren't just CBD products. CBD enhances some of the ingredients that we'll put into these products. For example, in our anti-aging products, we have collagen and retinoid, which are tried and proven ingredients to slow the aging effects, and CBD only helps that along as well. These here are the essential oils, and essential oils, as you probably know, are incredibly popular across the country. More and more people are sort of buying into the holistic and natural healing effects of the essential oils. And there's thousands of years of use in Eastern medicine, and it's become very popular in Western holistic medicines as well. Here are the fun bath bombs. We have great products for the bath, which are all about relaxing and helping when getting ready for sleep, which CBD certainly does. Tinctures, which are probably one of the most popular delivery devices in the country for CBD products. And one thing that's different about ours is we have an incredibly wide variety of strengths of CBD and flavors as well. We go all the way up to 5,000 milligrams, which is very strong relatively to some of the lower ones, which will only offer you 500 or 1,000 milligrams. And we like the advantage of having that higher strength for those that need a little bit more. These are our gummies, which are, as you've seen probably in advertising, CBD products all over the country, are a very popular delivery system. And we also use, for different product ingredients, we'll use CBN or CBG along with CBD, which is can support different needs for different products. CBG is an incredibly powerful cannabinoid, which really helps with energy and focus, where CBN it's much better for sleep support. So we'll have these different cannabinoids involved with our products for specific needs for the consumers. Soft gels is another point of difference. Some people prefer to have a soft gel and just swallow it whole. They prefer it over a tincture or a gummy. And so we're giving people that variety, which we think is going to work very well for consumers. Hemp smokables, which we touched on before. Again, here's the three flavors that we have: regular, menthol, and the cherry. And we're finding we're having some good luck right now selling purchase orders of these products as an alternative. A lot of people are stop trying to quit smoking, but they still like the oral fixation. They like the habit of smoking without the downside of the health issues. CBD for pets. Obviously, we all love our pets, so we want to take care of them as much as possible. And we think there's a huge market out there, not only to sell in B2B, to dog groomers, to pet shops, to veterinarians, but also to dog owners. Hey, you take care of yourself, you also want to take care of your loved pet. So we have a whole line of these products as well. As Jack mentioned earlier, we are rolling out our direct sales model, Nass Valley Direct. And this is a real point of difference for Nass Valley, in that we believe there's a huge opportunity to go out and recruit 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 consultants to be out on the street every day, putting themselves into business, earning themselves a good living, and selling Nass Valley Gardens products. We think we have a difference for a couple of different reasons. One of them is going out to B2B, which we think is often ignored in direct sales platforms. And we think having a force of consultants out there calling on businesses with the 60 plus SKUs that we have is a real opportunity for them and for us. And we have created a truly robust education program that all the consultants can take online. And right now we've already started a webinar process that we're going out to the public for recruiting consultants, and we're having great luck with it. We're filling the room. We have another one this Friday that we hope to have 100 people in the room there, and each Friday after that we're going to do one. So we think by June we'll have 150 people already out there signed up with product, selling Nass Valley products all across the country. And people often will say, okay, well, what have you done lately? Well, we've actually shipped over $300,000 of product, over 60 SKUs. We built the team to launch Nass Valley Direct with 2 seasoned direct sales professionals. As I said earlier, Troy Dooley and Jeff Rogers, who were on last week, and we have a lot of confidence in these guys. They have designed our commission structure. They have helped with the software for the back of the room. They have basically, they're going to be leading a lot of the recruiting efforts. So we feel we have a real leg up with those 2 professionals on board. And we hope to be launching June 1st. Another question we get is how do you expect to scale quickly? Well, the entire premise behind Nass Valley Direct and launching a direct sales platform is that we can, for very low cost, put hundreds, if not thousands, of associates on the street selling our brand aggressively in the marketplace and to their networks. So if we can get 2,000 people in 6 months selling our product every day, making a living for themselves, going out to their trusted networks, going to the businesses in their cities, towns, in their neighborhoods, we're going to be able to grow the brand very, very quickly. Everybody wants to know about projections. I think I used this example before when I was on last time with Jack, but we feel if we can get 2,500 associates on the street, if we feel we can get them selling approximately $1,250 worth of product a month, that scales very quickly to, within a year of that mark, to be 38 million in sales in first year. If you keep driving that multiple 20% a year, which we think is fairly conservative, our projections show that, within 3 years or so, we should be in the $70–80 million range. And that's, to us, that's what we want. That's what we're striving for. That is our goal, to keep that consistent 20+% growth of the top line revenue. So that's it for the slideshow, I think, Jack.
Okay, yeah. So Michael, I think the main thing that obviously got my attention was the part where you scale. So I think the now people have seen the products. Now I personally have tried the product. I think we have some people in the audience who in Canada who have not been able to get it yet. They will in a couple of weeks. That's. And the U.S. though it's shipping, right? The U.S. is no problem.
Yes, we're shipping product, and we just shipped. We have a company called Launch Fulfillment in Utah, which does all of our fulfilling for us. Their shelves are now stocked with all of our new SKUs, which we're really excited about because it's been it's been a lot of work that's gone into getting those products to shelf, and now we're starting to sell them. And we're not just selling through Nass Valley Direct. That's one of our drivers for creating top line revenue, but we're also going to be having a big e-commerce push, and we're also selling through a couple major distributors in the country that are going to be selling to stores nationwide. So it's not just Nass Valley Direct, but certainly we're looking forward to rolling that out.
But I think it's important for investors to kind of understand that the Nass Valley Direct. So the main thing is this: you have the team that's done it before, that's scaled, CBD direct selling businesses where they were able to get those thousands of associates
Right.
and build multi-million-dollar businesses, and now they could they're essentially going to replicate that model, that system.
Correct.
And the whole direct selling business is all about replication systems. That's what makes it so successful. That's what makes it so scalable. That you get that rapid rapid scaling where somebody can go from a million to 50 million in a year. It's been done.
And I think an important point, Jack, is that we have just started with the recruitment process, and we've had one webinar. We're having another one, as I said, this Friday. We easily could have, I said 100, but the way this is going, we easily could get 200 or 300 by the end of June, which is way ahead of our projections. We're projecting 100, but just from our initial responses, and we haven't spent a dime on advertising for the recruiting yet. Once we start advertising, that's when it can get really exciting, because there's a number of different ways of talking to people about business opportunities online, and getting them to turn their heads in our direction with proper advertising, and also by word of mouth. I mean, that's all part of what we're doing as well. It's sort of a mainstay of any direct sales platforms, word of mouth. We think we're going to be in a fantastic place, come the fall. And if we can, in 3 or 4 months, suddenly have 1,000 people selling Nass Valley product, then our numbers might be more conservative than we think they are.
Okay, and what you're doing actually is a little bit different in the direct selling space. You're not just going to direct to consumer, but also, so these associates, they're also going to be selling into the sort of small businesses. And you gave some examples where where there is, it's almost like that Paul Mitchell model has been so successful for the shampoo. Where the Paul Mitchell line was available at I think. What is it? Only at hair salons, and then that became like huge business because
that's how they started. Yeah.
Because the product apparently was so good that every whatever hairdresser or whatever it was, they were recommending it. They gave demos to clients, and so you have examples where for example, because you have 60 SKUs ranging from the pets to I don't know. I guess
beauty products,
everything. Yeah. So you're able to go
salon products, massage oils, skin toners,
all those small businesses that could essentially, like whether it's like the beauty salons or whether it's pet shops, all those and those are the real small businesses. There's millions of them across the country,
right?
And this is something where they can add to their product line, and all of a sudden. What is it? So the beauty of this business, from what I understand, talking to your direct sales guys, is that they can get their customers, they introduce them to the product, and they put them on this auto ship. The auto ship, so it becomes a subscription thing. You have the recurring revenues. They make money. Everybody makes money.
It's a huge upsell for the associates. It's a way of getting them recurring revenue and Nass Valley Gateway recurring revenue. I mean, that's part of the plan. So there's great opportunity for them to be out there and not just selling 1 or 2 products to a business, but 3 or 4 or 5, or 10 or 12. And the same thing goes for consumers. They can sell them something for their pet. They can sell them something for their wife. They can sell a beard toner for the husband. They can sell a pain remediation product for their athlete son. So there's, if you go into either a business or a family, there's numbers of different products that we can apply to whatever the situation might be. We also think that's a great advantage for us.
Okay, yeah. So because you have these 60 SKUs, a customer is essentially able to kind of, you're able to capture that, in what, let's say somebody, they have a pet, they start with the pets and they say, hey, this works. Then they buy the other stuff. All of a sudden you go from one product, now they have, 10 products potentially. We got some good questions here. Ramsey is asking, what kind of competition does the fully integrated model pose to NVG? I think what he's asking is if there is going to be channel conflict, as they say, where you have, Is it direct? Does the direct compete with what you're doing online? All that stuff.
No, we don't view it that way at all. We control pricing on the Nass Valley Direct, and we have distributors out there, that are selling into stores. And so we have a very good idea of how to avoid that. It's all about price control and allowing people to take certain discounts, but not take arbitrary discounts. So by signing up as an associate, you'll be limited in what type of discounts that you can give your clients, because we don't want to cannibalize our own business, obviously, and have somebody go to a store and find it for a better price or a higher price. We want to remain consistent in our pricing. So it's a very good question, actually, and it's something that we've done a lot of thought about, and certainly on the Nass Valley Direct platform.
Okay. Now, are the products that the direct sales team is selling, are they the same ones that you sell online, or are they different?
No, they're exactly the same.
Exactly.
That's part of the strategy as well. It's not to have a differentiated product that could confuse the marketplace.
Okay, so basically, from what I understand is, so that does two things. One is because you have this direct sales team, it's a person to person, so able to educate the consumer.
Right.
And at the same time, let's say the guy doesn't buy from the salesperson, but then they see that their GNC, whatever, the local, right, whatever it is, they see this stuff and they say,
really possible. Yeah.
And then they may go back to buy, because it's all really kind of like, I don't know, whatever. I mean, so they could buy in the store, they could buy from they could buy online. And look, and each one has a different, it kind of has its own unique advantages, because, one thing you don't get when you buy, online, or you buy in a store, is you really don't get that education. I mean, you don't, the person, nobody in the vitamin shop is going to be telling you, they're not really going to explain to you what this can do for you. They don't know, because they have 1,000 products. They don't know.
No, you're exactly right. And that's one of the advantages of a direct platform, is that you have two huge elements that are offered within that. And it's trust and education. Okay. So you're having somebody out there building a relationship with a store owner or shopkeeper, building trust with them, providing them product that they believe in. And the same thing goes for a consumer. So you have a relationship with somebody who's maybe a friend or a friend of a friend, and he hears that you have the product, he or she hears that you have a product, Nass Valley CBD Products, they're interested, and they're going to give you probably a call because you're a trusted individual and there's a relationship there, which is very different. If you can go on to find a product or some commodity online, and it doesn't really matter because it's a shoe and there's no need to learn anything about it, that's one thing. But CBD has natural properties that people need to be educated about. And so that's an important bridge that Nass Valley Direct is going to bring the marketplace, is that education and trust piece.
Okay, so kind of let's kind of I guess so let's wrap up on this point. So as far as our audience is concerned, I mean, they're looking for those those 10-bagger stocks. They want Nass Valley to be like the companies that we have at the bottom of that crawl. Sure. Some of those 10x, 20x.
Sure, so I see them.
Yeah. So in order for, and so again, if anybody wants to click the subscribe button to subscribe to the channel. So for Nass Valley to get into that pantheon of the 10-baggers, 100-baggers, essentially you would need to get to that. So if you can get to that 38 million, I don't think you even have to get to 38 million. I think because the stocks are forward looking. So if we can show a path of accelerate, some milestones, some revenue milestones, let's say you hit 5
Correct.
million, 10 million. I think if you can hit 10 million in a quarter, the stock will be 10x from where it is right now. There's no question in my mind. I mean,
there's no doubt about the market would react very favorably to a growth pattern like that. And that's certainly what we're aspiring to. And the rollout, we think, of all three of the sales channels that I mentioned, not just Nass Valley Direct, but with e-commerce and with the distributors, we believe that we're on the right path, to hit that type of a milestone, and hopefully get that affirmation from the marketplace that Nass Valley Gateway is on the right track. Here's another question.
Okay, so Ramsey, will NVG be distributing non-competitive product, e.g. vapes, through the direct sales? So as to put a fence around the customers.
Non-competitive products.
What does that mean? What is it?
I don't really know what that means, but I guess if the question is,
oh, I think he's saying maybe. Okay, so maybe Ramsey. I think is he asking? Are you going to be doing kind of what he asked before? Are you going to be doing unique products for the direct sales team versus?
No, not at this point.
They're the same. It's all the same.
Yeah, not at this point. Again, we don't want to confuse the marketplace. We don't want to have our stores asking us for products if they heard that we are giving our Nass Valley Direct consultants product that they can't get. That would put us in a difficult place. In a year or so, who knows? But I think right now our plan is to stay consistent with the products we have. We might come out with new products. I don't believe that's his question, but we certainly will probably come out with new and innovative products as they come along, and we feel that there's an appetite from the marketplace for those.
Okay, so we have Steve from Vancouver saying Nass Valley, 1.5 hour flight from Vancouver. It's a 1.5 hour flight, 15-hour drive. Yeah. So I guess Steve has been there. He knows Nass Valley, I'm assuming.
Steve the picture of Steve looks like he might be in Nass Valley.
He might be in Nass. Yeah, there's snow on the ground, right? There's bears. Okay. All right. So Michael, let's kind of wrap up here. I think what the market really wants to know is in terms of news flow. I mean, that's really the big, that's a critical thing that I know that our audience is looking for. They want to see that news flow where they see that path of progress as the company is kind of climbing that ladder of milestone success, etc. What kind of news flow can we expect in the next, let's call it 3 to 5 weeks, which could, have an impact on the stock?
Well, tough for me to look at my crystal ball, but I imagine that we will be talking to the public about the progress of Nass Valley Direct. And we're excited about the prospects of what's going to happen from a growth standpoint of recruiting consultants, getting them signed up, getting them out on the street, getting product into their hands to sell B2B or B2C. And I think we'll be talking about a lot of that. And we'll also be talking about some other sales channels that we are close to closing deals on in the next 60 days. So I think in the next 60, 90 days, we'll have some reports about Nass Valley Direct progress and hopefully other sales channels progress as well.
Okay. When do you think we could see that first, that first, let's call it $5 million quarter? When would that?
Well, since we're starting, essentially, August will start a new quarter. And possibly in that third quarter, if we get one of the POs that we've been talking to about for the last 90 days or so.
POs?
Purchase orders. We've got a purchase orders that we've been negotiating.
What do you like? What are you negotiating? Like what kind of?
These are, as I think I mentioned earlier, with distributorships that sell directly to 12,000 stores, for example, one of them. So
we didn't even mention that. We didn't mention that in this. You didn't mention that in today. We mentioned it the first time.
Yeah, well, I did mention the distribution,
the first
channel today, but I didn't get into the details about.
So this is the retail. So this is a retail channel, which distributes. I mean, this distributes to what, 12,000 plus stores?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And we've been talking with them for a few months now. Now we have all of our product is now on shelf, and we're very hopeful to get one of those closed in the next 30 to 60 days, as I said, and product shipped. And we also have another online partnership coming up with a major reseller of health and wellness products that could also be very additive to our top line in the next quarter to 2 quarters. So I say within the next 2 quarters, Jack, we'll have some material growth in our top line, and hopefully investors will react positively to that.
Okay. So this distributor that has the 12,000 stores, I mean, like, how big of an order do you think that they could have in the first go around?
We have not finalized that yet, so I would be, I can't share that information yet, but that will come out in a press release once that's finalized, and should be in the next 60 days, as I said before.
Okay.
Hopefully, will be.
Okay. Okay, Michael. Last question. It's our favorite question to ask here. Is, in your opinion, top 3 reasons today, why investors should consider, Nass Valley?
Certainly, the point you brought up early on about it being an inflection point. I think Nass Valley is at that exact moment where our growth is going to have that hockey stick, if you will, because we have we have de minimis sales right now, and we're going out in 3 different sales channels in the next month and a half. Also, because we've attracted, number 2 would be because we've attracted a successful team of people who have launched CBD products, that have launched separately from direct sales platforms, and also Troy and Jeff have done both. So we believe our team is filled out, and we have great leadership there. And third, because of the inventory that we have shipped, we can now take that out. And it's one thing to talk about inventory and talk about your plan. It's another to bring a potential client and show them your inventory, your full 60 SKUs is available for purchase. So we have our sales contacts that have been waiting for this next week for us to recontact them, go back out and show them the full product SKUs that we have and menu. And I think those are pretty decent reasons right there to take a look at Nass Valley Gateway.
So you have inventory ready to ship now.
Ready to ship as of this week.
SKUs.
As of this week, it's fresh, and we're excited.
Okay, so basically it is. It's the companies are really. This is now the inflection point where you have the stuff. You're able to really start generating revenues across all the SKUs. Okay, excellent. Okay, Michael, thank you again for the update. The show and tell. And hopefully next time we have you on, there will be some news on big revenues, big sales.
Well, I look forward to that. I very much do.
Michael, thank you again, and thank you everybody for joining us. We'll see you in the next live stream.